My name is
Random Tank.
I'm going to tell you how all this really began.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and species, today, me and Random Tank will be ranking all of the zombie maps. Treyarch?
Sure.
All of the Treyarch zombie maps. And this is in order. Whoever made this list, thank you for using it.
We're going to start off with, S being a great map.
S
maps.
being perfection. We find basically nothing wrong with it.
What's A?
A is a very good map. A is very few flaws. A is playable. A is great. There's nothing wrong with being an A. It's just that S is simply better. Now B is like, want to be your first choice. You just hop on with the boys. Just play it to play it. You play it because you're bored of the S or A tiers. You feel me?
Yeah, B is one of those when you're like, haven't played that in a while.
Yeah, you just want to switch it up,
C, kind of like, you'll play it, maybe you got some friends. Not really, you won't play it solo. No, not your solo. Alright.
And then the last one is straight doggy. You're not playing that shit.
Now, my list might be different from my brother's list, so
we're gonna cooperate.
We're gonna cooperate.
Like say I have one in S, you have one in B, we'll put it in A.
Okay, I like that.
And then like say if I let you slide on one, say like you have one S, I have one A, and I go, alright, put it in S. Then the next time,
okay, I got you. And maybe we could persuade each other.
Yep.
Alright, so first we have Nacht der Untoten, the very first zombies map ever in existence. Straight off the campaign of War at War. Right off of it, the campaign ends, you're set right into a zombies environment, no idea why.
I think this is one of the best intros to a zombie map that we've ever had. Okay. Fire. And me, in all aspects of life, I have very high praise for the beginning. But personally, I wouldn't put this S tier.
This is not S tier.
I wouldn't put it S.
It may not even be A tier.
I was gonna put it B.
I was gonna put it B. But the reason why I like A so much is the difference between I like Nacht's better. I like World of War's Nacht better than Black Ops Nacht is the guns. I know that's hard. I loved the World at War guns.
War, the way they sound.
Yes.
Is just better. And I don't know if Black Ops 1 patched the little glitch where you get on the stair, like the little where you jump from the stairs to like the. People know what I'm talking about. You put it in, find a clip.
Okay.
It's like you jump.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That little glitch. Black Ops 1 patched that, and I used to do that all the time as a young boy.
Yeah, so
but it's just like
I love the brownie.
It's
the brownie
small,
LMG was my favorite.
I don't have a problem with small maps, but this is probably the smallest map on the list. No.
Yeah.
Smallest map on the list. Not too much to it,
It's
like
true.
there's just not. There's not a lot to it. Like
it was a good intro. Good intro.
Great intro, and that's why it's B. If the intro wasn't there, I'd probably put it C or maybe even straight doggy.
Just a little mini game just to get you up. So like for the praise of it, starting. I'm gonna put it at B. For starting zombies. Again, I'm pretty sure it was said that Treyarch did this as a little mini game. He did not expect zombies to turn into what it did. There wasn't even characters yet. There was not even we did not have characters at all for this set. So I think putting Nacht der Untoten at B is great. Alright, moving on to Verrückt. So our next one we have is Verrückt, the Insane Asylum. Verrückt was the first map we get the Wonder Waffle in.
Wow.
And this is when they started saying, again, I don't think it was still as poppin' and popular as they thought it would be, but this was the very first time that we get a bigger special weapon.
I also want to say I like how it was so different, the maps back then. Like every map had a different element to it.
That's true.
Right? Now I'm curious on what you would put here because I have
Verrückt
to say. Yeah, where would you put it?
I don't know. Verrückt is hard. Now it's better than Nacht. I would say it's Nacht. I won't say it's better. It's not S. I'll put it in B too, but a high B.
I'd put it in B.
Yes.
Right? I was gonna put it in C.
I was too.
Off of the simple fact, the reason I put it B is simply because of the Wonder Waffle. It's simply because of the Wonder Waffle. Like all these old maps, like these two were the first two, they have everything to them to have them here. It's kind of disrespectful to put them below it because they introduced us to what we know as today.
That's true.
The
reason Nacht is at B though is because it's their introduction into zombies. But I think Verrückt is B is perfect. Alright, so our next map is Shi No Numa. And I think Shi No Numa is what started the uprise of zombies. And why do I say that? People were having fun. They were going for longer they were going for longer rounds. They were hitting longer rounds. We actually get a story on Shi No Numa. From the hanging guy, from the Element 115 rock that's in the river, or in the bushes. New traps. Nothing.
It had the most to a zombie map that we've seen so far, and it's the most legendary zombie map that we've seen so far. It stood the test of time, and it's memorable.
Yes.
There's a lot of memories here. It's the first time I remember being scared shitless, not only on a zombies map, but maybe on a game in general.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really liked the hanging guy. It really gave me pictures as a kid.
The
like,
game
who is this guy? Who is Peter McCain?
The map had density. Like it wasn't a huge map, but there was just so much to it. Like every corner you looked, there was something that you could lay your eyes upon.
It's definitely a map I will go, and if I'm gonna rank it, I would have to give it an A. I think an A is perfect. I don't think it's S.
Why don't you think it's an S?
Why? Because even though Shi No Numa is a great map, it caused everything. It didn't have everything to a great map.
I think at this time this was revolutionary.
It was revolutionary. So you can put an S, and I would not be mad at S. I think because I like Easter eggs, I like a story, and it's not like they didn't give us a story. But it started the stories.
Yeah,
it started everything.
Like, are we ranking it? Are we ranking it like at the time of its release? Because if it's at the time of its release, I gotta put it S.
That's true.
Gotta put it S.
That's true. I don't know. I just
if
feel
we're
like
going all together, I'd still might. I mean, is it perfection?
I might have to. That you say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
like,
of the traps, the rounds,
it was just so much
everything.
to it. Like I think it might have.
It was hard too.
It was hard.
Like you get trapped in a corner, you're done. Yeah, it was more. It's more to get used to.
Get ready for a surprise!
Alright, our next map we have is Der Riese. Now, don't really have much to say about Der Riese except the fact being that it really is that map. Der Riese is the first map to introduce a special equipment. Do you know what it is? Der Riese was the first map to introduce a special something.
A special something?
Yes, it's not a perk. It came out of the mystery box. It's not a weapon, but it is...
Oh, the monkey bombs.
The monkey bombs.
The
very first time.
Wow,
we see monkey bombs.
Der Riese.
It had everything. Der Riese was what you would call a survival map.
Der Riese is my personal favorite zombies map ever. Ever. It had everything. And like I said, all these maps so far have had different layouts. Der Riese to me had the cleanest look of a zombies map that we've seen, yet it was still so grimy in the way you would do it. I would sit on the cat daddy with my mans and we would just fuck zombies up to like level 50.
Nothing
they can do.
There is nothing we can do. I agree the most.
S tier.
Now what's so good about Der Riese? Because as a kid, Der Riese was the map that I played the most. It didn't, no matter what. Der Riese was that nostalgia map. It was the map that everyone enjoyed the most. Everyone loved Der Riese.
If you were playing War at War Zombies, you were playing Der Riese. And the amount of rumors. Oh yeah, Shi No Numa had it too. And these two specifically, like Nacht der Untoten and Verrückt, they didn't have what Der Riese. I'm butchering the names. Whatever the fuck. Der Riese and Shi No Numa, they didn't have what those two had. They had rumors and all the things. Like, if you was playing these two maps, every time you would play it, you would have a new rumor. Like, oh, if you get to level 50, the floor opens up on Der Riese. Or if you play Nacht der Numa, some shit, whatever the fuck it was. I miss all those little rumors and shit now. Everyone wants to act all Inspector Gadget, put on glasses,
all
think
like
they're
the
smart.
zombies was really, it was really like everyone was like trying to get the fear.
And this like social media was around, but it didn't really blow up for real. So it's like if you seen something, you would be like, holy shit! Like you didn't know how to fact check it, you didn't know if it was true or not. Der Riese was, and then Der Riese had like. You could go inside, you could go outside, and there's just so many, like you could train on different spots of the map. Like when me and my mans would play this, we would all train in different areas. Oh, that shit was beauty. It really was. Beauty. The map is a beauty. So far, I think it's the cleanest map that we've had on this list so far, by far. In terms of it looking just clean.
Okay, I like it. So this is the end of War at War. Now we move on to Black Ops. And I will have to say, Black Ops is the scariest zombies I have ever played, and my favorite zombies.
Wow, that's high praise.
But there's another zombies that I really do enjoy. It's maybe not be my favorite, but it's it's the scariest for me for
Black
sure.
Ops 1.
And it is like, I won't say it's my favorite because I actually have one that's my favorite, but I will say that it is it was the one that really started going, because I was a multiplayer guy. I've always been, and this is what got me into zombies.
Wow.
So Kino Der Toten
Entry 741021
was the first map to introduce probably the second, it's debatable, second or third greatest weapon ever, the Thunder Gun.
Fucking Thunder Gun.
Kino Der Toten.
Blowing away the zombies.
I have a funny story about Kino. The very first time I played Kino, I didn't know you could buy weapons off the wall. I kept dying on like round like 6. I would like tell my boys like, bro, I don't know what to do. I didn't know how to buy. I guess because when I used to play Kino, Nacht and Verrückt, I played with people, so people pretty much did everything. And since I was so young, I wasn't like smart and looked around until someone said, "Yeah, you buy guns off the wall." From the Grand to the Olympic, I did not know what to do, and Kino really started the rise.
What I liked about Kino Der Toten, what I remember specifically about it is, like, in today's world, everyone is so stressed on being the best or whatever and all that. I liked how back in the day, especially on Black Ops, people weren't scared to lose or afraid to lose. They were simply just trolling and having fun. I remember one of the first times I played Kino Der Toten online, these two bulls were doing this glitch. Once you open up, like when you run up the stairs to the right and you open up that thing to where you overlook like the stage, you could glitch on top of the door. I remember that vividly.
Oh my dude, there's so many glitches.
And there's so many glitches, and it was just overall, like, it was just fun back then because everyone wasn't try hard and sweating their asses off. Everyone was just playing the game to have a good time. Kino Der Toten, I do think it's like, so far it's either Kino Der Toten, no, fuck it, Kino Der Toten or Shi No Numa as the scariest zombies, man.
What?
Yes.
Not close.
Kino Der Toten for me,
Verrückt scary,
is an S tier.
S tier. I was gonna put it A, but I was thinking towards S. But why S? Because I have a reason why I think it's S.
You have a reason you think it's S?
Yes.
Well, number one, it's legendary. When you talk zombies with any of your mans, when you bring up scariest zombies, you're bringing up Kino Der Toten.
I don't know.
You're bringing up Kino Der Toten.
I
remember being a young bull in shambles playing this game.
I'm not gonna lie. That is true, actually.
And I love how back
is
you
true.
go in and out. Like, this was just like, it looked clean too, and didn't it had night and day?
It started the teleporter cycle, other than the Riese, but like you could teleport, and it showed us different rooms. It showed us pictures. When you turn on the power, it almost felt like everything was coming after you. It had that little sudden fear. It really was scary. I agree, but I'm not ranking scary maps. I'm ranking good maps. But I can put an S. I can put an S. I don't have a problem with it.
All these so far, they introduced new shit. I think the Thunder Gun, that's revolutionary. That's legendary. People talk about Kino Der Toten. It stood the test of time. Those three maps in S tier so far stood the test of time. Like, people still, as these came out, oh my, I don't even want to think about how long ago these came out. But they still get talked about to this day with high praise.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, our next map we have is 5.
It appears the Pentagon has been breached.
Zombies.
Now 5, I'm not gonna lie, 5 had one of the greatest, I think, glitches of all time. Greatest starter room glitch of all time.
Yeah.
From all you had to do was simply break some glass, rebuild the barrier on the door, jump, and you're on the table, and you just chilled. Everyone did the map. 5 is the first map also to introduce the Winter's Howl, the freeze gun.
I don't even know what that is.
The freeze gun was the Winter Howl.
Oh, no, I know what that is.
But if I'm going to rank 5, there's one reason why I think people disliked 5. And it's because of the damn scientists.
Yeah. Oh, that motherfucker was annoying as shit.
Another thing I disliked about 5, and I played a lot, is because I could never maneuver around that damn facility. I always got stuck somewhere and trapped. Always zombies came from every which way. It was not a bad map. I loved the president's idea. I never played 5 a lot as a kid. I was not big on 5. I know how to open up Hack-a-Punch. when I got used to open a pack a punch, I was like, "Oh, this is how you do it." Did not play 5 a lot. I did like the feel of it. It was just a map from the campaign.
I like the fact that 5 brought in cultural figures like JFK to where you actually had emotion drawn towards the character, good or bad. I really liked how 5 was like the first map to really do that. You know what I mean? Where you drew like a connection to the character and all that. I really like that. But I think, especially with the maps that 5 is going up against, it pales in comparison.
Oh, not.
Where would you rank it?
5? What did you say?
I didn't rank it.
Probably C or B.
C or B?
C or B.
Wow, are we gonna have our first C?
I don't know if it's C material.
I think if we're
But me
putting
personally-
5C, I think we need to bump Verrückt down to C. Putting 5C.
I don't know. I was a bigger fan of Verrückt than Nacht. I could put 5. I didn't like 5, but 5 did have.
If we're not moving Verrückt down, we're having 5 at B.
I could put it at B.
Like
I could
low
put
B.
Low B. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think 5 was bad. But I didn't play it as much because I was not a fan of 5.
I think 5 was just tight.
It was different. There's a lot of things that 5 had that I was always confused about from, like, again, as a kid perspective. I didn't know how people were able to do 5. Other maps I was able to find, but 5 was hard. And I understand why it's hard. You're in the Pentagon.
Yeah, I mean, like, once again, compared to the other maps they were put up against, 5 was probably, if not my last pick, one of the last picks.
Yeah,
that I'm
definitely.
picking.
All right. Next on our map, Dead Ops Arcade. Dead Ops Arcade. The very first time you played Dead Ops Arcade, if you broke out of the chair and typed in DOA, and you started playing Dead Ops Arcade. I like Dead Ops Arcade. I used to play it all the time with my old man. Dead Ops Arcade was a really fun little 3D type of aspect. I mean, oh yeah, like you get to see from a different view. You are not POV. You played from a different aspect of it. You messed around. I really did like Dead Ops Arcade. I would not say Dead Ops Arcade wasn't bad, but it was hard. It was hard as hell. What do you say?
Dead Ops Arcade, I'm not a fan of.
What?
And it might be a hot take. I'm not a fan of it because I wouldn't even consider it a real zombies map. You ask a guy like me.
What? Okay, well, yeah.
I'd put it C.
It's an arcade.
It's an arcade game. I put it C.
Nah, I
don't
know.
think it's dog shit.
I'll put it B. But I put it C because of what you said. I can't classify it as a zombies map.
It's not really a zombie.
Because it isn't. It's a game. It's
if we put it B, that's disrespecting Nacht der Untoten.
Yeah,
Which I think is the big hitter in B.
Just like you said, because it's not a zombies map. It was just a game. I agree with that. Shangri-La is probably one of my favorite zombies map of all time. I love Shangri-La. Shangri-La is by far. I think it has. I think hot take. You could say if you think I'm wrong or whatever. It has the best trailer in zombies history.
Wow, put it in the comments below.
Has the best trailer in zombies history.
I gotta refresh my memory.
I watched Shangri-La trailer like 5 times a day as a kid. I'm not lying. It was that good of a trailer. I remember when the trailer first dropped, I was like, oh my god, I'm spending $15 or how much it was back then. $10, $5. Back then when you could buy, when these maps were so good that you'll buy the whole game and get like the DLCs. Yeah. It had Spike Claymores. It had the baby gun.
Oh my god.
The baby gun.
I think Shangri-La, thus far into the ranking of the list, has the most to it. Like I said, I praise Shi No Numa to be that high because of how much they had to it. Shangri-La had so much to it that it was too hard for me to play as a young boy. Like I wouldn't play the game because I felt it was too hard for me. As a young boy. Like I was getting challenged playing Shangri-La.
Here's the thing with Shang. I think I did Shang back then when Easter eggs were hard for us kids, that we had to find randoms.
Oh my god.
I did the Easter egg with randoms and I cried because I thought I would never complete this fucking map.
I think, and I'm confident in saying that I think I have the most downs on Shangri-La.
What? Really?
Every fucking map.
Dude, this was the map.
Shangri-La was, that shit had me mad as a young. in a zombies map where the zombies can have better haircuts than my 2K character. And my NBA 2K character.
It had the flaming zombies, the mine zombies, traps. I think in the trailer that we just watched, to refresh our minds, I think it's the first time we see the Bowie knife.
And it's just all around good vibes. Like watching that trailer just took me back to a place where it's just good vibes, good memories. Mm-hmm. Honestly, though, and this might be a hot take too, I don't think this map gets talked about and stood the test of time as much as the 3 in S tier. So I'd put it A, personally.
No, it's S.
I'd put it A.
I had to put it S.
I put it.
This is one of my favorite zombies map of all time. It was so good. Goated Easter egg.
I'm not gonna halt you from putting it at
S.
I just think those 3 in front of it are better.
It's better than all of these too.
Whoa.
Every single one.
You're saying that's the best map so far?
Best map so far was Shangri-La.
Better than the Riese?
Yes.
Whoa. Y'all put it in the comments right now what y'all think your personal favorite is, what you think the best is, and if you think Shangri-La or Der Riese is a better zombies map. I gotta put Der Riese.
Next, we move on to Moon. Now, what was cool about Moon is we see the Gersh device, which actually came from Ascension. We see the wave and zap gun we all know of. We see, and then we see the QED.
Like you get one in each hand.
Yeah, and then you can put it as one. Moon has, when you start off in the beginning of Moon, I think everyone was confused on what the hell to do.
Yeah, me, I was one of them.
You always wish for Jug to come down first or Speed Cola.
Yeah.
You always wanted Jug first. Try to get Jug real quick right off of round 1. As you got older, you realize you can do it. It's a lot professional, easier. But it was just, Moon really was such a good map. From Easter eggs to creativity. Who wouldn't want to fight zombies on the moon?
Facts.
Who wouldn't? It was just great.
The first zombies map that isn't on planet Earth.
Oh, you're right. It's the only zombies map, I believe, that's not on planet Earth.
Wow, to this day.
It was it's one of the greatest maps of all time. Not much I'm going to talk about it because I mean, we already know it pretty much has no specialty to it except what I have called Easter egg was great. This is the first time we see Deadshot on here. So, in my opinion, Moon is an S. Moon is an S tier.
I think we're stacking up the S tiers too much here.
Moon
we might
is
need to
S.
revise on this.
Moon is S tier.
I don't like how many S tiers there
It doesn't matter how many S tiers there are. If they're good maps, they're good maps. S tier for sure.
And I believe everyone in S right now is a good map, but are they S tier?
S tier.
Are we calling all 5 of those one of the? How many one of the best can there be?
Moon's S tier. From the Easter egg, to the creativity, to the weapons, to the enjoyment, to blowing up Earth, and it causes a new storyline. This is the shift in the storyline.
That shit was fire.
Because what happens after Moon, you'll see. We'll get to it. I'm just gonna put these back. No difference between Black Ops and World at War. There is no difference between them. I think that they all stay the same. Whereas Der Riese the same.
Welcome to Ascension, a place full of uncanny challenges, so you better use your brain, or it will end up being eaten by natives like these.
Alright, then we have Ascension. And Ascension is the first time we see the Gersh device. Ascension is the first time we also see the Vodka dolls. Ascension is the first time we see Stamina and PhD Flopper. Ascension was not one of my favorite maps as a kid.
It was not.
Was not a fan of Ascension.
Not my first choice, not my second choice, not my third choice.
Not at all. I did but as I got older, I started to see the beauty of Ascension. I started to realize that it actually wasn't that bad of a map. Kind of small.
Yeah, no, it definitely was small. I'd say it's between Ascension and Verrückt for like the 2 that I played the least out of these maps so far.
But I don't think Ascension's C.
Nah, Ascension's not C. I think that'd be disrespecting us.
I have to put Ascension B. I got nothing wrong with Ascension. I think Ascension's perfect at B.
No in-betweeners, so.
No betweeners. I'm thinking of them. I'm getting to one.
Cut! Are you blind, man? Like this. Ow! Oh, see?
Next, we have Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead is the first map that we get the scavenger, the sniper rifle, the VR-11. I actually forget what that one is. I think it's the small little gun. I forget what it is. I didn't play Call of the Dead a lot, and the reason I didn't play Call of the Dead a lot was, one, it was hard. I did not like Call of the Dead because it was hard, and two, Easter egg was also hard. Looking back on it, I think this is an Easter egg I never completed.
Wow.
I'm not 100. I have to go back and look at my Xbox achievements, but I think I completed on Black Ops 3 when they put it back in. But I do not remember beating it ever. I know I never beat it on Black Ops 1 because I never found randoms to do it. Unless I think I did it at my buddy's house. Might have did it at my buddy's crib when we were kids. But it was really cool.
The intro loading screen was gas.
It was, and the trailer for it, for the little solo from everyone shooting the zombie. I think the trailer was goated. We get new characters. We had to save our other ones. Rick Toffin talks to the guys. We get cool characters. We get the scythe, little instead of the Bowie knife, we get the scythe. Freezing temperatures. But if I am going to rank Call of the Dead, I will probably put this also a B.
Whoa! I think we got our first A tier here.
Nah. The reason why I won't put it A tier is because it was again, the map wasn't that, I want to say it wasn't big. It was medium map. It wasn't big. It wasn't small. But I did not like. I hated George. George was annoying.
Yeah.
He really made this map annoying. Then if you kill him, all he does is come back next round. It was annoying. George was annoying. So that's why it's not A or S. It's
It's
B.
definitely not S.
It's definitely not A either, just because of how annoying it was. People couldn't even put this C. A lot of people don't like Call of the Dead because of that reason. It was meant to be difficult, and I'm okay with it being difficult. But it was just annoying difficult. Next, we have TranZit. You already know where I want to put this. I hate TranZit. TranZit, as people will call it, as I will call it also. Not a fan. Huh?
How so?
First off, well, like I said, remember Moon. It's the first zombies map we get on Black Ops 2. It's the first zombies map after we blow up the Earth. It's the first zombies map that comes to it. I hated the fire. I played with a lot of broken controllers, so if your controller broke, the monkeys would probably just scratch you to death. The bus leaves you. There was really only one spot you wanted to stay, and that was in town.
Was this? I think I'm getting them confused.
TranZit is the one map that you hop on the train, or the bus. It's that little guy going,
So
"Hi, welcome."
What's town? Town's the one with the lava pool that you would upgrade the.
Yeah, town's the lava pool, but TranZit also has town in it. Town's literally just taken from TranZit. The Pack-a-Punch wasn't in.
I think I played TranZit then. Twice or something.
TranZit was horrible. I'm putting TranZit straight doggy.
Whoa.
I hated TranZit. I really did hate TranZit.
Alright, well let's talk about town then.
Town was alright.
I can fuck with town.
I can put town C.
Town's memorable. C.
I'll put town C because one, it's a small map.
Town's a B.
No.
Town's a
No,
B.
I cannot agree
Town's a B.
on that. I would like to put town C.
Town's B. Why? How is it C?
One, the map was, again, all lava-y and everything. You didn't really do much on the map. You didn't have much of an area to explore. It's taken straight out of TranZit. It's just a map literally taken out of TranZit. Nothing really fun about town.
How did you like get? Wasn't there a way that you got into town?
Yeah, by the train.
No,
Where you can
it's
run.
like something else.
No, that's it. I wasn't
You
a
can
fan.
put a C though.
Not a fan of it. Bus Depot is pretty much the same exact thing. I don't even know why they added that. Farm. Farm was just, these are like little survival maps I didn't play much of.
I don't even know what farm is.
Farm was that little map you play as the CIA agents and all that. Again, I won't put. I'm not a fan of Farm. Wasn't really a map to me. Diner.
I didn't play farm.
Diner really wasn't a map either. These are just like maps that weren't maps. Just weren't nothing. I put the Diner. I won't put Diner straight doggy, but I'll just put it as not a map. Same with Farm. Bus Depot and TranZit straight doggy. Town was alright.
I don't remember playing Diner or Farm.
Town was usually everyone playing Town, so I'll put Town above straight doggy. Makes sense. Alright, next we move on to Nuketown. The first time we get the greatest map of all time. Don't want to hear any debates. Nuketown's the greatest map of all time. That's why they made it a zombies map.
Zombies map sucked.
Nuketown, though, as a zombies
Sucked.
was just small. It's small.
Sucked it, but no, it's dog shit.
No,
It's dog shit.
I don't know about dog
That
shit.
Jones sucked.
Because you knew the map. Okay,
That's a multiplayer map. It's not a zombies map. The shit sucked. It's straight.
I don't know if I
doggy.
can put doggy though.
Straight
We can say
doggy.
not a zombies map.
It's straight doggy.
I don't know.
We put Dead Ops Arcade as not a zombies map, and it's
True.
at sea.
Yeah, but because
No,
Dead Ops was
Nuketown.
good.
Nuketown is doggy. It's
you
dog.
can
There's
enjoy it.
nothing to it. It's the same thing with Town.
And I'm pretty sure it was all right to play though.
No.
I mean, but like you said, it wasn't.
shit was
I won't
trash.
say it was fun.
Shit was trash. There was nothing to it. I'm not loading up with the boys to play Nuketown.
Alright,
That shit was trash.
Have we been here before?
Next we have Die Rise. Finally, a map that we get that actually had some significance to it. Die Rise introduced us the slip gun, the slipifier that you build. It also introduces, I'm pretty sure, I think it had Who's Who. I don't know if it was Who, what was the other one called? Die Rise was okay. Not really a fan of Die Rise, but I remember I did do the one Easter egg where you knifed the dragon head on round 1.
Yeah.
Remember doing that? If I'm gonna rank Die Rise though, because I didn't play Die Rise a lot, was not a fan of Die Rise. I'll put it C.
Okay.
Not a fan. Not a fan. A lot of people liked it a lot, but could not really wrap my head around Die Rise. Wouldn't really want to play it a lot. Just didn't.
Hey, Sal, we must have been through this 50 times already.
And we'll go through it another 50 if that's what it takes.
So next we have Mob of the Dead. We get the Blundergat, the Assassingat, the Hell's Retriever, the Golden Spork. It had Mob of the Dead was goated. I loved Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, you're in Alcatraz. If you go visit Alcatraz, I bet you will know what Alcatraz is. You see the memes. My boyfriend knows everything about Alcatraz because he has played it on zombies and he's done it on Warzone. No, it first was zombies. You played zombies, you know everything about Mob.
Mob of the Dead was one of them ones. It was one of them ones.
It was one of them. I remember doing this Easter egg all the time with the guys. This was so fun to do. I remember it was the prank from you getting down as a little ghost going around. You played as, it started the cycle. If you kill him, if you do this, the cycle goes. Again, another paradox in the story. It's an S tier.
Mob of the Dead deserves that S tier.
It's an S tier.
Deserves that S tier.
I think Mob of the Dead is so good. So good. Next, we move on to Buried. Buried has the very first time, I'm pretty sure, we see the Ray Gun Mark II. The Paralyzer. The Time Bomb. The Time Bomb was, it was the greatest thing for pranksters.
You also had the little trap thing.
You had what trap?
The little, it would like it would catapult you. Yeah.
You had the bank. You had Leroy.
Leroy fucking Brown.
It had the little fucking haunted house.
It had that
the
special
mansion.
little gun thingy.
What's great about Buried?
The special little gun thingy.
Paralyzed there.
The paralyzer. Yeah.
I think what's good about what really made Buried cool was it took the aspect of what happened to Moon and it took yourself buried in an underground town.
Yep.
I love it.
In terms of having fun with my friends, Buried is that map. Like if we wanted to have fun, we're putting on Buried. Like this map, it's probably the zombies map that I had the most fun on. So that makes it one of my personal favorites. But in terms of ranking it, it's not S tier. I'd put Buried at A.
I would too.
I'd put Buried.
I put Buried right at A. I think that was perfect. I thought you were gonna get mad at me for saying I would do that. I think Buried at A is the perfect.
And
ranking.
although it's one of my personal favorites, it doesn't belong in S tier. It doesn't.
I agree, and I'm glad that we both agree. It just didn't have what everything.
It didn't have something to catapult it into S tier. But Buried was so good. Buried's such a good man. Such a good.
My name is Samantha. I'm going to tell you how all this really began.
Arguably the greatest
No,
zombies
no,
map.
no, 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 no. The greatest zombies map
I would agree.
of all time.
It brought in so much.
Origins.
Origins. The map that made zombies.
If you and your mans wasn't on Origins back in the day, y'all not mans. That's not your mans.
The map that I would say saved zombies. Well, save, but I'm trying to find the best word because it's
revived.
It revived because like
Gave
it's not like
zombies
zombies
life
was
again.
dying, but it's the last. It gave people going, wow, they can make a
They
map.
done did they thing.
They
on
did
this.
it.
They done
They
did
did
thing. Put down below in the comments what staff you was rocking. I was a lightning staff boy.
Lighting staff I was always rocking fire, the greatest staff. There is nothing you would. I don't think anyone on this list will disagree. Not saying Origins.
Origins
on this video
is S tier. If you
it's not S tier.
if you don't have Origins in your top 3, I'm not hearing you out. I'm not hearing.
It's
you
like
out.
putting LeBron at number 5 and Michael Jordan at number 4. It's just not. It's their top 3.
Name one thing Origins didn't have. It had it all.
It did.
It had it all.
Pans.
And
it had
the
fear.
pans, yeah, like
It had the robots.
and what I like about it,
staffs.
what I liked about it with the staffs is you and your mans all had to do and go on like your own ways for your staff. Like you had to all do your own shit
Yes,
to get your
it
staff.
wasn't a hard Easter egg. Digging. You had fun playing it. The 1-inch punch.
the most time I've spent on the zombies map
By far, I still play it. Every time I load up if I was to plug in my Xbox right now, my Xbox One, and put in the very first game I have in there is Black Ops 3. I have Chronicles, and I am playing Origins.
If you say Call of Duty, you say Black Ops, you say Modern Warfare, the first thing I'm thinking of is Origins. That's how much it is buried into my brain.
S tier without doubt.
Without
and the greatest.
doubt. The greatest zombies map of all time.
Greatest.
Perfection.
I like it.
I would be okay if we moved everything else down to A and kept Origins at S
Oh my
because
God.
that's how much better Origins is than all the other
Okay.
maps. Simple.
Origins has its own list.
Yeah, put Origin as GOAT. The fucking GOAT.
GOAT. It gets its own because that's how good it was.
I will show you the path. Only through me, the Shadow Man, will you find your redemption.
Now we move on to Black Ops 3, and like I said earlier, this is my favorite zombies ever. From the gobblegums, from the creativity, from the maps. I think everything about Black Ops 3 Zombies was perfect. I don't think they had one bad map. Not one. I don't think Black Ops 3 Zombies has one map below A. And I think that it just did everything right. And to start off the map, I remember I was like 15, 16 years old playing Shadows. And I can just remember it. So actually the one Zombies map, at the time of its release, I never beat the Easter egg.
Oh, wow.
Every map I
Had to
did,
go back to it.
whoa, it's because it was 4 players. And at this time, I played a lot of solo because a lot of my buddies were PlayStation. Or I played a lot with my brother's younger friends.
And around BO3, I was more of a multiplayer guy. Hot take, did not like Black Ops 3 Zombies. It as a whole
Crazy.
did not like.
Greatest zombies ever.
I didn't like the bubble gums. I didn't like all the. It was
Greatest
just too much.
zombies
This is an
ever.
example of doing too
No,
much.
greatest
It's
zombies
too
ever.
much.
Shadows of Evil, where I'll rank this. Hey. Some
Okay,
people
okay.
put this
If you
as the
would've-
greatest.
No. If you would have put it S, I would have disagreed. If you put it the greatest, I disagree. I think A is a good spot.
Some people put this as the
A is
greatest.
a good spot.
I think Shadows of Evil was great. Introduced us to a lot. Introduced us to a story. At the very end, Richthofen takes the summoning key.
I'm so sorry. I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you and goodbye.
And you think, where does this go? It has the greatest zombie story ever in a single game. I think I think everything about Black Ops 3 was great.
Hot take: Black Ops 3 ruined zombies.
No. Black Ops 3 is what made Black Ops 3 is the greatest zombies ever. Black Ops 3 was prime zombies.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
Loved Black Ops 3.
Trash.
Everything from the swords.
They had to bring back maps.
Next, we move on to Dead Ops 2 Arcade. I'm just gonna put it back where Sammy put it. C. Nothing really. Only thing special about Dead Ops 2 Arcade. It's just another. It's just like it just moves on. It's like literally a second game. You know, follows the same story. Except you can go POV. Giant. The Giant also is Der Riese. Pretty much just Der Riese. I'll put it S. The thing about the Giant is that you actually did get a little Easter egg on here, but it wasn't as good. I wouldn't even say it was good as World at War or Black Ops Der Riese. It's just I didn't really think it hit those standards. It was just kind of more advanced and improved Der Riese.
Field report. En route to somewhere new. Somewhere cold. Real cold. Slap bang in the middle of another enemy research station. Hell bent on advancing the German war machine. Der Eisendrache.
Next we have Der Eisendrache. Just right after Shadows, Der Eisendrache drops. You get the staffs, you get the Ragnaroks. You have it's just like Origins in a base sense.
No.
Because everyone has to do their own thing.
No.
It has you play as a different set of people. Oh, yes, what the Giant actually did for the story is it brought back people from a different time. It brought back a different crew, and that's where Der Eisendrache puts us.
The writers were doing their thing on Black Ops 3 Zombies.
I would say Der Eisendrache is an S. I will have to put Der Eisendrache as an S.
An S?
As an S. It was that good as a map.
I mean, I barely played it. Once again, I like to say, me and all my mans, we had the same mindset when it came to zombies at this time. We were multiplayer guys at the time of Black Ops 3. Zombies wasn't really our thing, but this map, I barely played it, so it's like, but from my perspective, I wouldn't put it as. I don't think
S tier.
I don't think it could be on this. We're gonna have to put a low S. I don't think it stands with Shangri-La or Kino Der Toten.
It does. Der Eisendrache was beautiful. I love Der Eisendrache. So. It wasn't perfect like Origins, but it was perfect.
S is perfect.
It was perfect.
S tier is perfect.
It was perfect. I love Der Eisendrache. I would play Der Eisendrache. If I knew Der Eisendrache like Origins, I would play Der Eisendrache as much as Origins.
And now that I'm looking at this list, I think I stopped playing Zombies Black Ops 3. So from here, I don't think I've played.
All right, well.
So I think it's time for my departure. Now, we did a collab list. I think I would shift a few things on here before I go. Do you want to talk over the picks here? Are we locking in what we have here?
I was gonna stop probably around Black Ops 4 because I don't know it as much, but I am gonna rank everything I can.
So I'm gonna right here because this is where my departure is. Are we keeping everything?
I like everything.
You like everything?
I think everything is.
I just don't like how much S tier has. I mean, I feel like S tier has too much.
No, I think S tier is fine. It just looks like it has too much. It has Shang. Maybe we could put Shi No in A. But like we said, I think we put Shi No here just because it was different from Nacht. But actually, because of what it did to the zombies. But no, because what it did to the community. Yes, like you said. Okay, if we're being honest, we could put this down because it wasn't perfect.
And put down Shi No, the other one, Black Ops 1.
Okay, yes. Der Riese's, that's 3 Der Riese's. And then Kino's probably the other one that you can probably bump down to an A from an S.
Yeah, I think we gotta do it. Yeah, I think that's righteous.
All right.
I think that's righteous.
And then everything else, I think it's just perfect.
I'm more comfortable with putting Shi No Numa down than Kino Der Toten, to be honest. You gotta pump Kino Der Toten back up.
To S?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. All right. So this is our list with my brother.
Right.
This is his and ours perfect list. And now I will be moving forward with the video on my edge of knowledge from Black Ops 3.
And I'm routing.
Thank you, bud. Good sir. You enjoy yourself.
Zombies tier list.
those who seek power over nature itself. Beneath the shadow of an evil, a new enemy has arisen. Here on this island, they had no idea of what they would unleash.
Alright, next on our list we have Zetsubou no Shima. Zetsubou, man. Wow. Zetsubou brings me back to a time. The good old glitches of Zetsubou when you're trying to do the Easter egg. Who remembers those? We get the Skull no Wawe, or whatever, never, Naswabe. Never really got to it. It's a Japanese map, or whatever Tokyo is. Takio. Jesus. I think it's Japanese. I think he's Japanese. The spider. The spider's in it. I loved Zetsubou. I don't think Zetsubou's S. I think it's A. Like I said, none of Black Ops 3 Zombies map go under an A. Zetsubou was probably the easiest Easter egg out of everyone. Just the glitches really caused it. I love doing Zetsubou. I really did. I remember I broke my hand and I wore a cast for 2 weeks and I couldn't play the game. And it was just when Zetsubou came out. So I learned the Easter egg like the back of my head. I copied everything down and I beat it as soon as I broke my hand. I remember it was like me getting ready for the Super Bowl.
This city has seen more than its share of pain. It has been witness to horrors that would make most souls question the very concept of humanity itself. It has been known by many names, but I know it as Stalingrad, City of Blood.
Alright, our next on our list we have Gorod Krovi. If you're Vanos, if you like Vanos, you know what time it is.
It's Gorod time.
I think Gorod, in my opinion, is one of my favorite zombies map also. I enjoyed the hell out of Gorod. And I think it has one of the greatest zombie bosses ever. I think it's one of the greatest zombie fights as an ending ever. Not only do you verse Nikolai, but you verse a dragon, and you got big eyes all around the map. You had hard difficulty for getting to it. It's literally like a Russian map. Russians are tough and difficult, and this map was tough and difficult. I think the idea of the map was great, from riding dragons to Easter egg steps to getting everything set up to upgrading your shield S tier. I love Gorod. I wish I could just be a kid again and play these maps back when it's prime, when everyone played them. It was that good. I loved Gorod.
So, I'm going to be absolutely truthful with you. Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the Apothecons, the most powerful and evil entities in all the existences that ever existed. And now they're here, in our perfect world. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
Last but not least, we have Revelations. Now, a lot of times what I do when a new Zombies games new Call of Duty games coming out is I stopped playing the maps because now I had money at this time, so I was able to buy stuff a lot quicker and get ready to play it. So I was pre-ordering games or playing games or doing other stuff. I wasn't a kid as much as I was playing the games like I was younger. Revelations, I think, is a perfect ending to this. I don't think Revelations is as good as all these maps that I have in front of for Black Ops. I think it's A. I think Revelations did have a very good story behind it. I did like the boss fight. It was a lot different. Not really. I mean, it was a mix of every map we have ever played. You know, it has Origins, it has Verrückt, it has Nacht, it has Mob, it had every map that you remember. It was the perfect ending to a perfect series of zombies. And I think this is the perfect ending to the original Zombies ever. I think after Black Ops 3 Zombies was just not the same. It just didn't do justice on Black Ops 4. I think just it had the perfect story ending. It's just, it was perfect. It was perfect. I think A is the best place to put it. And that's where I'll have it. Now, Nacht, of course, these all go back to where I had them before. Alright, next we move on to Black Ops 4. And I'll try my best to rank these for y'all, but I didn't play much of it. I did play Voyage of Despair, but I didn't play it a lot. I was not a fan of Voyage of Despair. Couldn't really get into Black Ops 4 Zombies a lot. If I'm ranking this, I'm going to rank it a C. Was not a fan of Voyage of Despair. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. The boss fight wasn't bad, but I just usually have my boys do it a lot. I just had them come around. Again, just wasn't a fan of these zombies. Now, 9, I think this is what this one was. 9. Yeah, it's Roman numerals. I liked 9. I put 9 in A. And the reason why I'm going to put 9 in A is because I think 9 was really, really good. I think it was the one Black Ops 4 Zombies map that wasn't bad. And I do remember when 9 came out, during the boss fight, the elephant kicked me out of the map and I instant died. I got like one of those death barriers. And because it was during the boss fight, the rounds didn't go up, I never spawned back in. So I pretty much just cheered for my boys to complete the map, and they did, thankfully. So, for me trying to beat an Easter egg, thank God they were able to complete it, because I'm an Easter egg hunter. I love doing Easter eggs. And they were able to help me out and do it. Good, thank you for them. Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead is S tier. It's literally just like Mob of the Dead. But it's Blood of the Dead with the characters of... Oh, wait, no. Blood of the Dead was different. Blood of the Dead was very different. I'll put Blood of the Dead A tier. Not S tier. It wasn't as good as Mob. I did like Blood, though. It had a different story behind it. I do remember playing Blood a lot, actually. I think I played Blood a lot more than 9. Because, again, it's like Mob. I remember trying to go for a lot of this stuff and just searching up a lot of things on how to complete it. Because it wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. I'm trying to remember a lot. I do remember the starting like 2 rooms the most. But I stopped. This is at a time where I stopped playing zombies as a whole. I really moved on, and I do remember Dead of Night being the last zombies map I played. And I don't think Dead of the Night was bad. It was hard. It was hard for playing solo. I don't know if I ever beat the Easter egg. I do remember versing the wolf. To rank Dead, maybe C or B, maybe high C, low B. Right around here, I'll put it B because I did play it a lot. I wasn't not a big fan of it, but wasn't a big fan of it. It did have some cool stuff when I was interested in it. I remember going around and trying to figure out a lot to do. But I don't know if I can rank it any higher than a B. Definitely not under C. So it's right there. Classified is only just 5. So I don't know how it was on Black Ops 4 because I actually stopped playing the zombies around this time. I do not remember playing any of these maps, and I never did play any of these maps. And maybe I should go back and watch some videos on it, see how good they were, but I stopped playing at this time. And I don't know how good. It just didn't do the justice as it did. No one really was playing. I was morphing into a bigger stage. I was doing a lot of different things. I was becoming a man. So a lot of things were getting pushed away from me. But I do wish I maybe should have played these. But it just got boring playing by myself with nobody. So, but I got a BC. But this is my final rankings. You can help me rank where I should put these. Because I don't know where I would put them. Just because I never play them. I don't want to give a blind ranking. But this is my standard. I hope most of y'all do agree. Again, these are my opinions. Do not take it to heart. It's just my opinions on what I see things. I would love to hear your opinions. Let me know what y'all think about this. But I think this is perfect. I think these are where I think these are perfect. I think these are where they should stay. And like I said, thank you for watching the video. Hope y'all did enjoy. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe. I like to do a lot of these rankings. Let me see. I'm a big Call of Duty guy. I do a lot of other things. Check my other videos out. See what you like. Thank you so much though for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, I'll see you all in the next video. This has been Random Tank. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!
Well, you certainly can't stay here. You could send us somewhere else. Somewhere we've never been. I suppose I could make a little corner somewhere in history. A place where I can dump some of the other shit that I've left over. Or I just wipe you from existence. Ooh, hang on. Actually, that all works out perfectly.